right, we are. I clicked the go live button, and we are live. Let me just throw a little quick. Hey everyone, get in here.
Weekly meet.
It annoys me that whenever I do at everyone, yours comes up first because it's EVE, and it's got Steve in it, and yours comes up first for whatever reason.
That's interesting. I guess I post more than everyone. I assume you didn't add any from yesterday's games.
I did not add from any of those games that got posted yesterday evening, but I have a little bit of thoughts on two of them. Some honorable mention.
Cool.
But yeah.
I mean, my game was definitely not entertaining. Just Trick Room and Rock Slide.
Yeah, pretty much Trick Room and Rock Slide. We got Heaven. My most reliable weekly Heat viewer on another continent.
Yep.
Glad to have you.
12:30 or 11:30 right now? I think it's 12:30. It's the UK that's 5 hours ahead, right?
So
you're not even
East
Eastern.
Coast. Yeah, I'm East Coast, or Eastern Daylight Time, which is -4. UTC -4, but the UK is +1 right now.
Yeah.
So there's maybe an hour, depending on which part of France. I don't know French time zones that well. But hey, Poppin's here.
Poppin' in the house.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, so +6, yeah, from me. Excellent. Yeah, I do actually have a nice thing to say about your match, Steve.
Oh, really?
It's Hayes was a pretty smart play.
Oh yeah, that was a good.
Yeah.
That was some almost boiling water.
Yeah.
So that was a warm bathtub.
But yeah, the Hayes play was nice. I like that. It's a good utility move when you're looking at potential setup Pokemon, and also it's a nice little anti-intimidate.
Mm-hmm.
I assume maybe you had close combat on something as well, on your Rhyperior maybe as well, and then reset it that way or something like that. On Berserker, yeah. Yeah, don't get horn drilled, Chase. What do I have as the... Oh, I don't have the thumbnail up. I know. It's supposed to be the thumbnail, not the battle yet. Oh well, it's fine.
Yeah, it's spoiled.
It's not really a surprise.
No.
But
are we only doing game one?
Yeah, we're only doing game one. Honorable mention is the other two games of this set. Jace playing through a personal hell to come back and win the set. But yeah,
which
game one
got
was
into
the funniest.
A spirited discussion in the spoiler chat last night. Was that last night?
It was last night or this morning.
Daddy.
Yeah.
I thought Daddy was trolling as well.
I think a man can serve two masters, contrary to what the Bible might say. It could be a smart play, and then the deciding factor be that it's also a little trolly.
Yeah.
But all right, let's go ahead and watch this first one we got. This is Jace vs. Daddy. We're just gonna watch the full set, but we got 11. That would have meant we had 11 matches to watch this week, and that's a little more than I was aiming for. So we're just gonna watch the funniest one.
The one where it works.
Yeah, the one where it works. My first note as I'm watching it is, Gravity plus sheer cold. I don't think it works the way Daddy hoped it would.
That's exactly what I said when I was watching the game too.
Yeah. The Razor
Nasty.
Fang Fling. Yeah, the crit was rough there. But Razor Fang Fling to flinch the ghost type is pretty sweet. And then you've got the turn 2 fake out. Shadow Sneak kills it because of that crit. And then
Kind of also baited him into not clicking Trick Room, perhaps?
not hitting Trick Room, yeah, as well. Yeah. And yeah, Gravity Sheer Cold doesn't quite work the way you would hope it does, but as it came to light later.
And the oh hell no in chat.
Yeah. Daddy didn't Daddy knew that did not work that way. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, the chat is not on the screen, but yeah. Jay said, "Oh hell no." Daddy says, "Lol." And then we've got Gravity up. One shot is nice. Lives the Poltergeist. Does crazy damage though. This Dust Noir is so strong.
It also shows the scope lens, which is also hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Final Gambit not getting the KO because of some chip damage, or it was Brave Bird recoil damage.
Yep.
It's kind of rough, but yeah, we get Sing, and I believe this first one is a 1-turn sleep as well.
This thing's not even. It's like 80 or 85 under gravity or something
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
it's like 87, something like that. Like the math ends up kind of weirdish, but
Still
not
good.
quite enough. And then yeah, does hit both things.
And a sheer cold.
Hits a sheer cold. Puts Chase in a rough position and gets to finish off with a Draco Meteor.
And Jace with manner. GG exclamation point.
Yeah, is demoralized, and yet there's the screenshot that I took is from game 2, but
Yeah, the start of game 2 where he immediately drops the good manner.
Yeah. Manner's gone. Then they're out for blood for the rest of the match, and blood they got because went to nice adjustments, and then I was surprised that Daddy went back to the Sceptile lead in game 3.
Yeah, me too.
But it actually played pretty well, right? It was Fling to trigger the Unburden, and then what was the other support? I can't remember now what the other support move it used on turn 2 was, but it was did it like paralyze or something?
Was it Endeavor
or something? Oh, that's right. It was Endeavor. Yeah. It was Fast Endeavor. Was pretty sweet. I like that as well.
He also had Bullet Seed pack in there for the maybe chance of 5 chances of flinch or 2. But
only if you don't fling the Razor Fang on turn 1. But couple of grass coverage as well. We had Energy Ball on the Giraffe Egg, Sceptile with a Bullet Seed. Putting a lot of respect on Swampert, this low tier format, which I think is right. He was right to do.
Absolutely.
But yeah, eventually Houndoom and Pheasantipity start showing up to the match, and then it's a different kind of game. All right, so moving on, we've got game 1 of Firefalls versus Ray. Firefalls is eventually going to win this one, but and largely wins this one as a result of like discovering that this Regirock is choice scarfed and then playing around it the rest of the set super well.
Yeah. From his video, he actually missed it on turn 1 because Regirock did go first here. When it comes back in, he realizes it.
And once again, Charizard showing up in a Weekly Heat video.
Just clicking fire moves.
Heat Wave in the Sun, still good in 2024.
It is here that Firefalls realizes it.
Yeah.
When his Grafaiai gets rock slid. And flinched, of course.
Yeah. So I've been kind of surprised at how reasonable of a Pokemon Blissey has been in this low tier,
Yeah.
or at least on Ray's team. I think it only got drafted on Ray's team. I don't think Blissey's in the other conference, but
No. Still available. 2 points. Why not?
yeah, with that good recovery move, and I mean the obvious crazy HP stat and
Yeah.
special defense, but
He's got 2 absolutely insane walls on his team. This team's so hard to break through.
I mean,
As
you could even consider Spiritomb and Reuniclus as like wall-ish or wall-capable as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, lots of
They're-
iron defenses lately.
Yes.
We were talking about that a little bit beforehand. It's kind of the season of iron defense.
A lot of physical attackers. Certainly makes a lot of sense. We did see another double heat wave miss. There's been a lot of those too.
Yeah.
And then Donphan just cleans this up,
Yeah,
right?
comes in,
These
cleans
two,
up these last 16% of HP.
yeah,
the whole
these
team.
two can't get through Blissey anyway, I don't think. Even if he did double target there.
Yeah, not with the seismic tosses, because after the first Super Fang, soft boiled will do more damage, or will heal more than it's losing, and the Magnezone was going to die to whatever hit it first. So
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Scarf Regirock. That's another thing. Most teams are not fast. You can absolutely put a Scarf on something that's 50
on
speed.
something crazy, yeah. And then the rest of the set, after Ray wins that first game, and then Firefalls says, "All right, Regirock is attacking and doing it first. We're gonna play around that," and manages to just not ever let Regirock have a very good position to just throw out attacks for several turns in a row, and does a great job in the other two games and comes out with the match win.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a good video to watch too. If you haven't, go watch Firefall's video. Maybe on 1.5 times speed because it's an hour long.
Alrighty. So next up we have game 2 of J-Star versus Goose. This is the one that that we talked about last week. Made some predictions. I think we both picked.
You guys thought that Goose was going to win. I thought this was a bad matchup for Goose.
Yeah, I think we both picked Goose just for broad breadth of team. And Goose does win the set, so scoreboard.
Yeah.
But not for the reasons we said. This is, I believe, the Meteor Beam Bastidon game.
Yes.
Yeah, this game.
First
too.
one was Roar Charizard and also showed off the room service acrobatics on Electros.
Yes, on Electros, and then game 2 we get the ever reliable Tinkaton lead, and the unexpected. Oh, who cares that it's burned?
Yep. There goes your
Tinkaton
mismatch.
Hammer, broken. Meteor Beam, broken.
Now 42%. But when you consider that a burned body press would do like 5.
4 or 5, right? Yeah. And nobody's playing around Meteor Beam
No.
in this
And
format.
I guarantee
So-
that would have OHKO'd an Articuno if it showed up.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, just in a great position here at this turn. At this point, like the Vikavolt, not even slower than the Bastiodon potentially.
Yeah.
The switch out kind of
Thanking the
implying that maybe
Thunderbolt.
it is. But we got Electros going first.
Now, if
with
this
the room service.
Vikavolt had a discharge, it might have been close. but it looks like it only had single target moves. So
Yeah, could
once
have
that
maybe.
Slowking went down, it's pretty much curtains.
But yeah, the 1v3. We've seen some 1v3s, 1v4s this season, but that would have been unlikely, particularly with Life Orb, right? Because like you're still taking
Yeah.
at least one hit every turn plus your Life Orb chip. You generally don't want your last Pokemon to be one with Life Orb if you're planning on a war of attrition.
Yeah, especially when I think everything here except Mischievous showed Protect. So even if you did have a spread move,
He
it
did
would have
show
just
it.
been chipping himself down.
Protecting the Bastiodon. Electros protected in game one, I believe.
Yeah.
And maybe the Mischievous, but
Mischievous probably doesn't.
I don't know. Yep.
Lots of heat from Goose.
Yeah.
This is, I believe, the third week in a row he's been on weekly heat.
Yeah. Turns out reliable Pokemon plus Charizard gets you into weekly heat pretty regularly. And not although this week it was the nonsense of Power Meteor Beam Bastiodon.
Yes.
And I did like the Terra Flying on that as well, right? Because otherwise you've got the superpower on Lurantis that you really have to play around. But just
random ground moves everywhere, probably.
Yeah.
But
Well,
not on
maybe
this
not
6.
on this 6, but on the squad.
Definitely available.
Yeah. But yeah, nice call. And it was also probably sturdy, right? So like, even if he kind of ended up in a rough position, you can still count on sturdy some amount of the time.
It also covered for Taunt. I feel like Taunt into Bastiodon usually feels safe. Get rid of Wide Guard, get rid of Iron Defense. You're not running either of those. You're running Meat Beam.
It's all in one. Weekly meat this week. Alrighty. Heaven, once again, my most reliable viewer. And made it onto the heat. We've got, this is game 1 of Heaven versus Purple. This Delphox is the Pokemon to watch in this match.
Oh, yeah, this one's really fun.
Yeah.
Everyone else is missing their heat waves. Not Heaven.
Not Heaven, and also it is unkillable.
That's a very interesting fake out when he sees Inner Focus right off the bat.
Yeah, that feels like just had to have been like just missed it, right?
Yeah. Maybe he thought it was a clear amulet.
Yeah, and seeing the Choppleberry in a situation where it totally doesn't matter, and then you just know that for the rest of the game is also very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terra Ghost.
Sick Terra Ghost.
Excellent stuff.
That crit, I'm sure, does not matter, but you also see the White Herb because of that knockoff, so you know it's Shell Smash.
Yeah, Delphox doing all the damage in this set, but Hitmonchan winning the war of information for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Heaven got so much knowledge off of this.
Yeah, he learned Assault Vest, learned Choppleberry, and learned White Herb out of this. And yeah, the Delphox just hit it literally every heat wave, right? Hit all.
Yes.
I mean, it is 90%. Like it is going to hit most of the time.
It should.
Yeah.
It hasn't been.
This is all just confirmation bias.
Yeah, across the set, he hit 10 out of 10 and burned twice.
Yeah, 2 burns. It's nice.
Which it is 20%, I think. So that one's right on the money. Or is it 10%?
Oh, burn chance on Heatwave? Oof, I don't know. You never really know. Could be anything. We could check if we want. Delphox.
10%.
You got there first? 10%. Yeah.
I have my lamp up and ready.
Oh, nice, excellent. Yeah, I'm with you, Heaven. Just don't miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a skill difference. Yeah, well done.
And
The
those
Terra Ghost, though, was just perfectly timed. Well done. I mean, if you're not going to do it turn one, the other time to do it is after a second fake out Pokemon switches in.
Yeah.
But even so, it was excellent.
And he didn't do it turn one. I think he was probably just fine trading fake outs.
Yeah,
And then just getting a heat wave off the next turn. But then he just faked out Hitmonchan. And Purple's first loss, I believe.
Yes, Purple was 4-0. Or was 3-0, rather.
Yeah.
Is now, 3-1.
Unfortunately, no video from Purple for this one. Unless I missed it.
No, I don't think so. All right. Next up, we've got Game 3 of Keith versus Sukaba. Both players have won one. Crucial tailwind in Game 1 from Sukaba. And then the the beat up King's Rock on Keith's side here for skill link at home King's Rock. But let's go ahead and fire up this Game 3 here.
I love me some Yan Mega.
Yeah, so Sukaba won Game 1, Keith won Game 2, and Keith is fishing for either just kill the Frostlass or flinch, and does get the flinch. Terra Ghost means it's not going to die to that Bug Buzz. Gets the Trick Room up and
Little damage on the way out.
Yeah, just
Curse Body, as always,
Curse
activating
Body.
every time.
Well, it was 4 hits.
That's true.
So it's a cumulative 30% chance. And it's only got a trigger on one of the 4 for it to count. So, and yeah, just running a bunch of multi-hit moves.
There are bug is very interesting. Oh yeah, Revervroom is not who you want in the Trick Room when he's scarfed.
Yeah, definitely not. Nice switch in here to just eat this Bullet Seed like it's nothing. I mean, Hydropple is just a great Pokemon to have in.
And another sick switch.
And then another great switch, the Terra Ghost, to prevent the Mach Punch that I believe was shown in an earlier game, and so Keith knew it was there.
Yeah. Now, of course, this all stems from the turn 1 flinch on the Frostlass when Sukaba said he was going to click Taunt onto the Slowking, which had safety.
Flinched my taunt. That was great.
Yeah. And there's just snowballs from there into a 4-0.
Yeah, brutal. And Sukaba's Game 1 was not quite as lopsided in the other direction, but you had the physical Blastoise with Flip, Turn, and Wave Crash.
Yeah.
The Scarf Revivirm coming in, and along with the Tailwind on Yan Mega, and then Breloom came in at the end to do some cleanup as well. And then Keith making good adjustments, forcing the game to just move a little slower, play on his terms a little more, and the beat up King's Rock working right when he needed it to was pretty excellent. Well done to Keith. I think 3-1 now.
I was just looking it up.
Yeah.
Keith 3-1. Yes. Sukaba is 2-2.
2-2 for Sukaba. Yeah.
And no Sukaba videos at all this season.
I don't think so. Yeah.
He did his draft review. I think that was it.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm missing my content. Thankfully, a lot of newer content people. Red Jolteon's making it.
Firefalls.
Sora's back.
Is Tux making videos as well?
If he is, I've missed them.
Maybe that's just in my brain. That's maybe me just combining all new people into one person, and whichever name I think of first is the name that I think I'm talking about. But
That could be it.
That's just because I'm old.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. All right, so we got one game, and then we're gonna watch all of the Red Jolteon Partis set. So this is the game 3 of Poppin versus Ryan. Um,
Ryan prepped
yeah,
against the wrong team.
yeah. Ryan prepped against the wrong team. Won game 2,
Yep.
and very nearly wins this game as well. It's a fun game towards the end here. Love the fake out here, and oh no, the whirlwind was in game 2 to whirlwind out the primate in the cryogonal primate lead to prevent the anger point, but that was also sweet. Man, Rage Fist just not as strong coming out of primate as it does when it's stab and also a higher base attack on Annihilate.
Yeah. I
Because
think he still hasn't been hit, right? Yeah.
yeah, and it is only base 50, but I mean, stab gets you the extra third there on
Yeah, for sure.
on the Meowstic, plus your
base
extra
attack.
base attack gets you
Plus a real item.
yeah, and you can maybe have a real item. So, little bit of a bummer there, but nice protect here from Ryan. Get the double in, and
That is so sad.
yeah.
Luxray quick attack. It doesn't really have a switch in unless he brought Mesprit in the back. But finally switching into the close combats from the Rage Fists. But now Tailwind's been stalled out, so he did a really good job there.
Yeah, very nice. Do some switching. Finish off the Braviary and get a speed drop on the Granbull here. The most expected protect ever. A Guts Pokemon switching in.
Frost Breath not quite getting it.
Not quite in there. Respectable damage though. 40%.
Turns out guaranteed crits are still good.
Yeah. And another nice protect here. And at this point, I'm thinking, oh, so Ryan was lying about prepping for the wrong team.
Like if he just clicks Icy Wind here, he wins, right? Or like,
yeah, or
no, there's a fake out.
Yeah, there is a fake out, but I mean, still has 3 Pokemon. A reliable spread move on Dugtrio. You can't fake out both Pokemon, and the Cryogonal's moving first if it isn't faked out. Or, well, I guess the Dugtrio is moving first, but like both Pokemon are moving before this Meowstic if it's not clicking fake out. So, like, at this point, I was thinking, oh, great. So Ryan, hits two spread moves, kills the Meowstic with one of them. Whichever one Heracross kills gets replaced with Primeape, and which is potentially also faster than the Heracross, and
it's
then it's a 2v1. But the Primeape is paralyzed. Sure.
Yeah.
But even so, it's still like it's a 2v1. But
yeah, I thought this one was in the bag for sure. But he clicks Frost Breath
instead of Icy Wind.
Which is just tragic. Even now. Oh.
Yeah, except then we see it is actually not max speed Cryogonal.
Or they're speed tied?
Or they were speed tied.
Cryogonal should be faster. So maybe that's where the prep comes in.
Yeah.
Where he prepped for the wrong team, so he didn't outspeed the Meowstic.
Yeah, it wasn't at max speed, but
yeah,
the Icy Wind I still think would have got him there. Oh, and then it turns out Ryan forgot about fake out, but Poppin also thinking thinking he was about to lose to the wrong prep as well. But you got to play to the outs of your opponent makes a mistake, or their internet goes out, or a car crashes into the first floor of their house, and then the whole house tips over. Like, you got to play to all your outs.
Icy Wind could have missed as well. There could have been full paralysis on the Primeape.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It wasn't guaranteed by any point.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, this game is hard. You got to keep track of a lot of things, and you got to click the right buttons.
That's why I just like doing this so much. It's because I can say whatever I want, and I don't have to back up my statements anymore because I'm not playing this season.
And sometimes it's easier to lose like that, where you have a very obvious mistake that you made, so you can rest easy knowing that you don't have to think 5 other turns.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, most of the time I do see that play, so most of the time I win that game. That's fine. Like, I can live with I did a dumb mistake or I lost to bad RNG very easily. It's ooh, I think the turn 1 play of game 2 was really crucial, and now we're deep into a game 3 and I'm going to lose when it could have not ever gotten to this point. Those are the mistakes and the losses that really sit with me for the rest of the day.
Yep. And then you're like flowcharting through the entire series in your head, even though that's not how it would have happened anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right, so now we're going to watch the Brion show.
Which was not Liquid Voice. On accident. Red Jolteon pointed that out in game 1 or 2 of the video.
Yeah. So this was what were the records for Partisan Red Jolteon? They were both like 2-1, I think, right?
They're both 0-3, or they were.
Oh, they're both like 1-2 or 0-3, something like that. But
they were going into this both 0-3.
Both 0-3. Gotcha. Well, this was a fun one to watch, so well done. It's just some switching going on, a little bit of fake out. Acrobatics basically says, I have an item I want to get rid of.
Yeah. Mirror Herb or Lumberry or Weakness Policy, probably.
Something. And it does turn out that it is Weakness Policy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Weakness Policy, and it's going to get revealed at the end of, I think, this game in kind of a annoying way.
It's a triple axle here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Weakness Policy here, and then it's just dead.
Yep.
Which is annoying. You never want it to happen that way. Even though it's functionally the same, I would rather that information get out because of like a knockoff or something like that, right?
Yes.
And yeah, Brion, Moonblast, dead. Put one on the board for Brion.
Brion is a scary mon, man. It's got good stats.
Yeah, as it turns out, that crit probably not mattering, but maybe. Because like it was Terra Water.
It is Terra Water. Adaptability, I assume.
Yeah. Second KO for Brion.
Yeah.
2 kills in game 1. Moonblast plus Aqua Jet.
Turns out you don't need Liquid Voice when you can just spam Moonblast.
when you don't click Hyper Voice, it doesn't matter that it's not Liquid Voice.
Always a fan of Aqua Jet on mons. Like when I had Primarina, I ran it quite a lot, just because it takes care of the sashes.
Oh yeah, I love having just some priority move on something all the time. Shadow Sneak or Aqua Jet or just whatever I can get. I'll take it. Quick Attack, one of my favorite moves of all time. Love a Quick Attack.
Mm-hmm.
Right up there with Protect in terms of moves I like.
Well, that's bold.
Well, that is bold. Protect is great. Protect my beloved. That's all. I mean, throw that into a GIF with the locket. I do love protect. So, Partis got to make some adjustments, or it's going to be 0-4. And does make some adjustments.
Sure did. But so did Red Jolteon.
Different leads from both players. Still doing some switching. See the clear amulet is nice. Rain Dance so that Overquill, except it's Intimidate.
Yeah.
But,
and we see the Choice Band if he hadn't figured that out.
Yeah.
Another Aqua Jet.
Choice Band Aqua Jet, excellent in the rain. It's nice.
Eviolite Magneton is incredibly bulky. Aqua Jet is a tough lock when you're facing this team with a big bulky dragon.
Yeah, with a steel type and a dragon. But in the rain, it's enough to clear some stuff out here. And Sludge Bomb into this slot means Overquill gets to hit another Aqua Jet, and this Go Lurk coming in basically has to Terra.
Yep. No guard Stone Edge, baby.
Yeah. But now the rain's over. And
the video, it just Overquill just died on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stopped. Oh, we're back.
It's back up and running again? Okay. I'm not sure what happened there, but I didn't lose the internet because I didn't lose you.
No.
Stream's bitrate is 0, though.
The stream on my end only paused for about 5 seconds.
Well, I'm getting a bitrate warning in YouTube Studio that it's bad. If it's super choppy,
looks good to me.
Yeah, it's looking okay in my preview window, but all right, we'll keep it moving here. So Stellar Terra, Pollen Puff coming in here and just turning this, just making this easy to clean up, right? The freeze and then unfreeze, a little bit of justice for both players, and then Sludge Bomb.
Which I believe happens in Game 3 as well.
Just killing it. But yeah, I think so as well. I believe the first Stellar Terra of the season.
I think so too. Ludicolo is a good mon for it. Water Grass is a good typing. It has a lot of coverage moves.
It's nice. Yeah, it's got good coverage. It's if you're gonna run it, you could do worse than Ludicolo, but I mean you want that rain to still be up when it gets in instead of the timing being just not quite perfect. Oh, it's my neighbor that yeah, it's my I got a neighbor that has a little go-kart and he drives the wrong way down our one-way street with it.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's very fun and cool. And we know he's cool because of how loud his little go-kart is.
Oh, like those people with the giant trucks or motorcycles.
Right, the other cool people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, so we got a Game 3 on our hands here. We've seen some nice tech out of both players, right? We've seen the Pollen Puff Ribombee as a late game support. We've seen Stellar Terra. We've seen... All right,
there's a weakness policy that hasn't really gone off.
We've seen a weakness policy. We've seen Brion get kills.
Choice Band over
Choice Band Aqua Jet is pretty fun. And we're in a Game 3 here, so we'll fire it up. It's going to be...
This is where you bring out the sneaky Terra and immediately win the game.
Terra Ground, Aqua Jet, Weakness Policy, Acrobatics, bye! And Poltergeist doing nothing because your Weakness Policy is gone.
There's no way you can activate that Weakness Policy, right?
Oof. Excellent. Love it. Love that play. And then, and you got the Terra Blast. Kill the Terra Steel.
That's basically over already.
Yeah, Life Dew.
Which, on a Drift Blim, Jesus. That's a lot of HP.
Yeah, and Partis agreeing with the turn 2 GG.
mind you, the Drift Bloom does go down.
Although, yeah, Driftbloom does die because it's strength sapped into the protect. But yeah, second freeze and thaw. And now Partis is making something happen. But this
I wonder if
Brion
he. I wonder if he had
taking
doubled the
kills.
Brion if he had been able to come back there with the weakness policy activated.
Quite possibly. But at this point, it's
Hard
just
to
too
say.
much. Yeah, too much for just little old Rabambi to break through without dying.
Yep.
At the end there, but yeah, well played to Red Jolteon, and well prepped as well. Nice job. The weakness policy getting revealed in game 1 is a little bit of a bummer, but saving the actual plan for game 3 and just taking some kills with it. Excellent stuff. Fun to watch. Alrighty, last up, we've got we're gonna do another little prediction. Let me switch the screen that I'm sharing with you here. Stop streaming with you and reshare this screen.
Not my game, is it? No.
No, it's not. It's not your game. No, it's Electric versus Pancake. Electric is 4-0. Pancake is 3-1. They're playing this week. Cool teams. They're both playing really well this season. They both got fast electric types that have been great support / damage dealing Pokemon. They both have more special attackers than most teams do. These are two cool teams. Electric's got some of the top combined stats Pokemon in Skarmory. Man, blanked on the name there for a second.
Metal Bird.
There's so many Pokemon, Steve. There's just so many of them. But what do we think here? In terms of this match,
I think this looks. I would say this is really bad matchup for Pancake. It's going to be hard for him to go fast. His slow mode is, not good.
Yeah, Electric's got him on both ends of the speed range. A faster electric type that, as we learned, can kill a Kilowattrel in one shot.
Yeah, and Weavile's still speed ties.
Yeah, and Weavile is also
bank
speed
it on
tie.
that.
The Clodsire can get slower. The Hydrapple can get slower and is super beefy. In terms of stab damage, you don't really have anything that great into the Hydrapple. It's going to have to be Terra or coverage moves.
I've got it. It's Explosion Skuntank next to Terra Ghost Kilowattrel. And then you Tailwind and you bring in Bramblegast and it's over.
Does Bramblegast get the boost regardless if Tailwind is up, or does it have to be in on the turn Tailwind is used?
If it comes in, it gets the boost.
If it comes in, it gets the boost? All right. That sounds good. Yeah, because that sounds a little. It's a little hopeful, but
yeah.
This
there's going to need to be
some
serious heat here, I think, if Pancake's to win this.
Skill swap Intimidate Stantler with competitive Wigglytuff to sweep the game.
You're not going to get James on the Wigglytuff train.
No. Every time I look at at one of the Wigglytuff teams this season, I'm like, is it good? Is it good this season? Is it good? And the answer every time has been, nope, still not good. Look, you got a better normal type. You got Pokemon that can Terra, so you have a better fairy type. Its defenses are just so terrible, and its speed is like you just don't want it in Trick Room either. Yeah, you show me.
Yep.
The weak Wigglytuff is good. It will be in Weekly Heat, and it will be the only Pokemon on the thumbnail.
One series, and then that's it. Weekly Heat is over.
No, I'll keep doing Weekly Heat, and if Weekly Tough is good the next week, it'll be on it again. And eventually, given enough evidence, I'll change my mind. But Weekly Tough gets drafted every season, and it's always 1 point, and it's never good. So I feel vindicated at this point. And more seriously, the Flareon could be interesting here.
Yeah, Flareon does look good. Because Clotsire isn't overly threatening.
Yeah, the Clawitzer, maybe, but like the Flareon's faster. It could Terra into something else. It could Terra, it could just Terra normal Facade, something like that, or.
You can compare Explosion with Revival Blessing.
There you go.
It's got
Explosion.
Telepathy too.
Revive,
so Explosion. Trick Room. Revive. Explosion. GG. Pancake, if I blew up your prep, I'm sorry.
Maybe Staravia has another good week again. Probably not. There's not really any crazy stuff Staravia is likely to do that Skarmory couldn't just also do versus this team.
I don't think you bring Staravia against 2 competitive mons.
Yeah, multiple competitive mons.
Three competitive mons.
Yeah. It's not even... Wigglytuff isn't even the best competitive mon on this team. It's the worst out of 3. So, it seems like we're both on the Electric is likely to be 5-0 come this time next week train. But I would love to be surprised, and I would love for Wigglytuff to be good, guys. That's why I'm so hard on it, because I know it could be better.
There is that one Cybertron video. He has a Wigglytuff team from Ryoto Otsubo, I think.
Yeah, and
like
the one VGC season of Draft League that Wolfie did, he had Wigglytuff and brought it the last weekend. It was very good. So, like, if you're good enough, you make Wigglytuff good. But
damn, is that a challenge?
It's an open challenge. I'm telling you, I want Wigglytuff to be good because it makes sense that it could be at its price point, and it just never is at any price point. So,
Evan says he'll make it happen.
I would love to see it, but it's about that time. The heat is over for another week. We'll see who we get next week to join me. But thanks for hanging with me, Steve. You got any words for the fans?
Keep bringing your weekly heats and your weekly meets.
And watch Red Jolteon's weekly heat that he did for the other league he's in. It's a different style, and it was very fun and cool to watch. So, no hard feelings, as long as I get to be in one of those videos.
I found it very funny. It showed up on my YouTube. Coming soon. It's like, what happened to James? Wait, this isn't VBL.
Alrighty. We love y'all very much, except for Daddy. But you knew that already.
I love you, Daddy.
No. We love Daddy. Daddy doesn't love anyone else.
Oh, gosh. Yes.
Daddy's heart is full of hate. Didn't you watch game 1, the first game? Were you not paying attention?
Generational hater.
Peace.